Let me close it. Now form is open. Okay. So this time, now let us discuss how to create forms. So first of all, let us understand what is form. A form provides the user a systematic way of storing information into the database. It is an interface in a user specified layout that lets user to view, enter and change data directly in the database object such as table. So first let me explain what this is saying. Suppose you are having a table. Just now we have seen this table. Let me open that table. This table, imp table is there. Let me open it. So this is your table. So what you can do, you can insert records, we can modify records, you can delete records by just opening the table in the data view. Here what you can do, if you want to insert new record, you can write here something and you can add the new record here also. But for that, what you have to do, you have to open the tables in the dataset view, and then there you can enter the things. So sometimes it is for a person who is not appropriate, who is not having appropriate knowledge of the things, he or she may not be able to enter or use or modify the things, the data in the table. So for that kind of things, what we can do, we can have a form. Okay, so using that forms, what we can do, we can insert record in the database, in the tables, and using that form, what we can do, we can retrieve the information in the form and we can modify the things. Okay, so that is what it is telling. A form provides the user a systematic way of storing information. If you want to store information from in the database, then what you can do, you can use form to insert data. Then it is an interface in a user specified layout that lets user to view. You can view the records, you can enter the records using the forms, and you can change data directly in the database object such as tables. So that is what we are going to do now. Okay, so let us see how we can create a form in the OpeOffice base. Okay, so let me do that one. So for that, again you have to open the database in which you want to work. So we are working in MyDB. Okay, and here you see we have worked on tables, we have also worked on queries. Now the third option is forms. So third option is form. That is what we are going to do today now. So how to create forms? So see here, create form in design view and use wizard to create form. So we have to study this one, second one. We use wizard to create form, and it is very simple. So let me explain you, let me go through all the steps how we can create a form using wizard. How to create a form using wizard. So for that, simply click on that. Okay, so after that, what you have to do, in this dialog box, you have to select the table on which you want to create form, for which you want to create the form. So table forms are basically, forms are going to do what? They are going to fetch data from the table, or they are going to insert data in the table, or they are going to fetch data from the table for modification, like, or for viewing. So actually what happens, the underlying things from where this data is coming, or from and to where this data is going, that is the tables. Okay, so forms are using your tables present in the database. So form will be based on the tables. Okay, the base is that tables. Okay, so for what table you want to create a form, so that table you have to select first. Okay, so suppose we want to create a form for employee table. Okay, because some data is there, so let me use that one. So select this employee table. So these are the fields in our employee table: imp id, imp name, department and salary. Again, what different fields you want, to keep in your form, that can be sent to the right side box. Okay, and how to send in different one field one by one, how to send all of them together, you know, in the last video, in the last class we discussed. Okay, so suppose we want to keep all the fields in our form, so simply what we will do, simply we will click this double arrow and all the fields will be there in the right side. Okay, so what we have done, we have done field selection. These many steps we need to perform. Okay, so we have done field selection, table selection and field selection we have done. Now click next. So here it is talking about add subform. So if you want to create a subform, then you can go with this step, but we do not want to create, we do not have to create any subform. So simply what we will do, we will click on next. So now this in this step it is talking about arrange the controls on your form, arrangement of the forms on your controls on your form. So right now you see this is how our form is, this data table format, this is the table format, but here different options are there, you can select any one of them. So you click this one, so your forms layout is like this. Now this is the field name, and then beside that the boxes are there, and these boxes will let you enter data, and these boxes will bring you data from the table. Okay, so this is another layout, you can click this one. So this if you are selecting this one, then like this your form will appear. You can select this one, so by default it was already selected. You can select like this also. So if you are selecting this, then your form will look like this. So I will select this one, you can select any one of them, I will select this one. So this is how our form is going to look. Okay, after that simply what you have to do, you have to click on next. Okay, then here this is very important. In this step it is telling that select the data entry mode, which mode you want to keep. The first mode is telling that the form is to be used for entering new data only. So if you are selecting this option, then what will happen, you will not be able to see the existing data in the table in your form. If you are selecting this option, then what will happen, you will be able to insert only new record. You can use your form to insert only new record to the table, but you cannot bring existing record from your table to the form for doing any kind of modification or just to view the record. You can't do that. So it is not recommended to go for that one, but you should know what is the things behind that. Okay, second option is that the form is to display all the data. Now if you are going for this option, then what will happen, you can view the records, existing record in the table in the form. You can view those things, and if you are able to view them, what else you can do with them, you can modify. If now these different check boxes are there. So first box is, it is talking about do not allow modification of existing data. If you are clicking this one, then what will happen, in your form you will not be able to do any kind of modification. So we want to modify the data also, so we will not select this one. Second, do not allow deletion of existing data. If you don't want any user to delete the existing data using your form, then simply select this one. But we want to delete the record from the forms also, so we will not select this one also. Do not allow addition of new data. If you want to just view the records but you do not want to insert record, then you have to check this one. But we do not want any one of these options. We want to view all the records, we want to modify them, and we want to insert new record using our form. So we are not going to select any of them. So now we will simply click on next. Apply styles. So this in this step you can select different styles. Apply styles. So let me select different. So this is how we can change the colors of the forms like this. Okay, so different colors are there, you can select. Okay, let me select this one. which one is good. Let me select this one. Okay, so you can change the colors and style. Then filled border here, by default it is 3D look is selected, but if you want to change, then you can change. Let me change and see the difference. This one is like this, means no border is there. Then if you are clicking this 3D, then the boxes will be in 3D form. Then you can select flat also. So now they are flat, simple text box, they are looking like this. So let me go with this one. Okay, now after that you simply click on next, and here it is asking the name of the form. So let me keep the name of the form as the name of the table itself. So name of the form is imp. Okay, and after that it is telling what you want to do, work with the form or modify the form. So I do not want to modify the form, I want to work with the form. So simply click on finish. Okay, so now your form is created, and now you see here, this is your form, and by default in your form the first record of the table imp is present. You can see here, and you can move across the record using this navigation button. Okay, so if you want to move further, then you can click this one, second record, you see the difference, third record, fourth record, like this we can move like this. So now this is the place. Here we have what we can do. Now it is blank, so what we can do, if you want to insert new record, so here you can insert the records. Okay, so suppose this new record I want to insert E8, then name, suppose any name you give, then department, suppose department I am giving 30, and then salary suppose 45,000. so this is what we are giving. Okay, then click on next. Okay, this is how we can create new record. Suppose again you want to create another record, E9, then name is suppose this, then department suppose 20, and then salary is suppose 34,000, like this. So you can create the records also. Okay, and by clicking on save record you can save the record. So click on save, so record will be saved. Okay, now if you want to see the whether these records have been saved in the table or not, what you can do, you can open the tables. So go to the table. So on which table we have created the form? We have created the form on imp table. So let us open the imp table, and you will see right just now what two records we have inserted. We have inserted E8 and E9. So records are there. E8 and E9 records are present in our table. Okay, and these record we have inserted using our forms, the forms that we have created just now. Okay, using that we have inserted. So what is our form? So this is our form, using that we have done.